Cat with Beard. Welcome, podcast kittens. It's Cathy Cat and
Ladybeard.
and we welcome you to a spooky episode of
Cat with...
Where's your energy going?
This is me in my Halloween version.
Oh, you like trying to talk like a normal person.
Yeah, exactly. Every day's freaking Halloween for me. When I'm Halloween, I wear a suit. And I talk very quietly. That's my idea of Halloween.
I guess so. Sometimes when I wear a suit, I'm like, this feels more like cosplay than actually anything.
That's how I feel when I put on normal person clothes. I put on dress shoes and I'm like, what is this madness? You can't kick anyone with these on.
No, you can't kick anyone. You can't dance with us.
Can't do jack.
Yeah, exactly.
Not without ruining the floorboards anyway.
Slay.
It's flippin' October, friends and relatives. Welcome, and it's Halloween, Cathy Cat.
To another episode of yes, Scary Cat with Scary Beard.
Quite conventional beard at Halloween time. Really quite conservative, all things considered.
Oh, wait a second. Can it be like Black Cat and Wizard Beard? Or
Oh, that's
something?
good. Black Cat and white beard or something like that.
Yeah,
That sounds like some kind of...
No, isn't that one
That's
of
fine.
probably characters somewhere?
I was going to say Greybeard is a pirate. Blackbeard is a pirate.
there you
Is
go.
Whitebeard a pirate? It sounds like a magician to me.
Sounds like a
Whitebeard.
magician, maybe. Whitebeard the magic magician.
Yes.
Right.
Hello.
Anyways, welcome. This is our Halloween
That was the worst
episode.
start to a show ever. I'm so sorry. Let's continue.
So this is our Halloween episode, and we're going to talk about Halloween in Japan. But before we do that, Ladybeard, you just came back from a trip.
I was on a trip. I went to Taiwan. I did a DJ performance at a nightclub in Taiwan.
Sorry. We might have to cut that out because this episode goes actually before. There's another episode. 27 is the one that goes first. So probably mention it first in 27, right?
No worries.
Yeah.
One more time.
One more time, then. Do you have any news recently, Ladybeard?
I was on the way here. I actually picked a scab on my elbow, so now I'm wearing a Band-Aid.
Why?
Because I was sitting there just absent-mindedly doing this, and then I realized I picked a scab and I was bleeding, so I had to put on a Band-Aid.
This is the story where you tell like a really story, like,
Nah,
the spooky pumpkins came to you and Jack-o'-lantern tried to take a chomp out of your elbow, but you should have seen the other guy.
In Austria, there's a character called Krampus, and
Really?
that is their... Well, no, that's Christmas.
No, that's Christmas in Germany. Why
Yeah,
did
sorry.
your Krampus? What? Well, this is
I'm
where
so
our
confused.
Krampus goes for Halloween or what? Before Christmas, Krampus leaves Germany. He gets on a holiday in Australia. Apparently, that's what happens.
Does he really?
Apparently, if Krampus exists in Australia,
That's Christmas. I'm really sorry. I got the wrong holiday.
I like the thought though of our Krampus taking a holiday going to Australia.
Yeah,
He
we should
then
call
comes
it down.
back to like be really mean to kids. around
Aussies will
Christmas.
call him Crumpo. Crumpo!
Krumpo, what up?
Krumpo!
He's gonna go surfing.
Yeah, can't Crumpo. Yeah, head out to the outback with Crumpo. Have some damper in the
He's
outback.
just gonna hang out.
What's going on with you? How are you?
I am great. Halloween is one of my absolute favorite seasons. Probably the favorite
Yeah,
season for
you
me.
look lovely.
Thank you. I thought I'm gonna go totally into the style, guys. In a podcast, you won't see it, but I'm kind of wearing like what is it? It's a mix of kind of nunny, witchy, lacy, very lacy kind of outfit, and I'll get your mind out of the gutter. But it is a very good Lolita fashion style here, and it looks very witchy.
You look like you're going to a Lolita funeral.
Yeah, I'm praying for those poor people who will not get that dress that is currently everyone is fighting about that will come out. It's a Sandra collaboration dress that will come out soon, and I think everyone is gonna probably battle for that dress, or the fight will be over by the time this podcast goes live. Anyways, Halloween. Favorite season.
Oh my goodness,
Favorite
Halloween!
season. I try to dress up every day. That's generally my challenge for every October.
Okay.
If I can, I want to dress up every day.
Oh, every day of October you dress
Every
up.
day of
Oh, okay,
October
I see.
is kind of my thing. I started off this October with actually the first 2 days dressing up in German traditional wear.
Oh, that's nice.
Dirndl. And now we're straight into the spoopy season, so probably on my Instagram there's going to be loads and loads of pictures every day going spoopy style.
Oh,
every
that's
time something
fun.
else.
Make sure you keep your eyes on Cathy Cat's Instagram to see the best and brightest new spooky Cathy Cat selection of clothes. can't speak English anymore. I don't know what's going on. Halloween in Japan is quite the thing, ain't it?
It wasn't apparently before, so it kind of started actually kind of late. It came here in the 70s.
Okay, all right.
And it's not the same as it is in Australia. First of all, how is Halloween in Australia?
Well, okay, so I've not had a Halloween in Australia in 15 years or something. So I can't speak to it right now. When I was a tiny Ladybeard, when I was a Babybeard, it really wasn't that much of a big deal. It kind of progressively, as I got older, it started slowly getting more of a big deal. But we just I think we kind of inherited it from America because they really celebrated a lot over there.
Do you have trick-or-treating then?
Yeah, but it was I'm from a small city anyway, so it was pretty sparse. It was a lot of the time Halloween fell on a school night. So there'd be some kids walking around the neighborhood at 5 p.m., holding onto Dad's hand, dressed as a ghost or something, and they'd get some oranges from some old ladies because no one was prepared because we don't have the same trick-or-treat culture. And everyone had to be home and in bed by 9 o'clock because it was always school the next day.
No.
What about Germany? I'm sure
No. We have carnival season, so Halloween was kind of rejected for a while in Germany.
Rejected.
I think people were just nothing was happening. I remember trying to go around trick-or-treating and people going get out.
Really?
Yeah, there's nothing. Or it might have changed now, obviously. Mind you, it's been quite some time since I've been a kid in Germany. But there was nothing happening. But we have carnival instead.
Yeah, tell me what this is. What's carnival?
Carnival season is in February.
Okay.
So it kind of starts on the 11th of the 11th month at the 11th day of the 11th month at 11. That's usually when carnival season starts in Germany. But the high season of it runs all the way through this season. The high season of it is in February, right before the Lent days when people go fasting. So
you just listed about 24 holidays in one structured sentence.
Yes.
Wait, so carnival, what are you celebrating? The fact that it's cold?
Carnival is the season where everyone just dresses up, gets married, loads of costumes. It's weird because we're doing it in such a cold time. February is the coldest time generally.
Of course.
But I have the theory, at least, it was a way of making it through the harsh winters.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's probably some, I'm sure it's to do with the awful...
German, very cold, awful winters. I think it was a way to make merry, and it was also a chance in the old days for a lot of people to kind of take the mickey out of people in power. So a lot of people could then on those days say something against the people in power, make jokes about them and stuff like that. They still do that to this day.
Why don't you make a joke about someone in power now? Go.
Oh, God. Okay, carnival. Yes. So carnival's pretty much everyone can dress up in fancy dress and it's wild. City of Cologne, where I went recently, is known as the capital of carnival.
Okay.
So on those time, before COVID, you went to carnival season to Cologne, you'd be bound to get hugs and kisses from strangers. Everyone is drunk, everyone is welcoming, everyone's dressed up.
Sounds fantastic.
Crazy. Yeah, it sounds amazing. I love it. So I think I always had the love for dressing up from that kind of season.
Okay.
Because it would always come around. We just don't do trick-or-treating. So dress up, yes. Trick-or-treating, no.
All right. Let's talk about Halloween in Japan.
Yes! Let's move on to that, guys. You might not know this, but in the 70s, it was actually a store who sells cute goodies in Harajuku that started the Halloween trend. Mm-hmm. So if you've ever been to Harajuku, there's a shop called Kittyland.
What's it called?
Kittyland.
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 As in kitty, as in child. Land of the child.
Kittyland sells cute goods. On one floor it will be Sanrio, one floor it will be maybe magical girl goods. One floor will be kitty. Lots of little kitty characters. Sometimes they even have SpongeBob. Whatever is a character, they will probably sell it there. And they started selling Halloween goods.
Okay, cool. So now was it was something to do with the American influence that made them decide that it was Halloween hooray?
Because they were also importing, obviously, American characters like SpongeBob and stuff. Before SpongeBob wasn't around at those days, but they were importing
It would have been like Felix
so
the Cat or something back then, eh?
Probably. Some really old school characters, so Snoopy and stuff.
Yeah, right.
So that's probably how they brought it over. And then in Japan, for the majority, and I've also experienced that, it seemed to be if you are an English learner, so if parents send their kids to English school or English camp or English class, that's where they would learn about trick-or-treating in a safe environment. So I've done that before, where we pretty much everyone got a little cheer, and then you and your the mothers were all sitting behind the chair and pretend it's a door. They would put a little door on each chair, and the kids would then go around, knock the door, and say trick or treat, and then the mothers would give them goods. Because there's no real trick or treating here.
Is there no real trick or treating in Japan?
Not.
I imagine
really.
if you showed up to trick or treat in Japan, I don't know how people would react to that. They would be like, "What is going on?" Wouldn't they? They would freak
There's
out.
again no trick or treating. People know about Halloween, but they don't really trick or treat.
But it's a funny thing though, because the kind of the spooky element of Halloween seems to kind of be a bit lost in Japan. It's more just everyone dresses up as something cute day. Which is every day in Japan anyway, but particularly now, you know?
It's like it's the picture of spoopy, not spooky. But
Spoopy?
spoopy.
What?
Spoopy is like cute. Spoopy.
Is that the word you said before when you were talking about your daily cosplay for your Instagram? Did you say spoopy? Spoopy? Or spooky?
Spoopy.
I think you said spoofy.
Nope. It's like spooky is generally scary, but spoopy is generally when it's like kind of cutesy. So for example, you have like a cute little pumpkin who like wriggles around and has like a smile on his face. That's not really spooky, right? It's more spoopy. It has
Depends what you're frightened by.
I guess so. You could be very frightened by that. But it's kind of in Japan. The horror aspect of it is pretty much taken out a lot. So if you go to the 100 yen store, everything is like cute Sanrio characters like dressed up as ghosts and witches and everyone is smiling and nice and they're like happy Halloween. Well, like in America it seems to be like gory monsters.
Oh, the children of the devil have arrived!
So yeah.
Nah.
Japan is more on the cutesy side, but then again, it's a bit part of Japanese culture.
I was going to say, everything's on the cutesy side in Japan, though, isn't it? Just, getting up at 6 a.m. to go to school is all, it's never like, get up! It's never anything harsh in this country. Everyone's cute all times. All right, but
cute Halloween goods are definitely a thing that has been more and more in Japan recently. So before, we didn't have that much stuff, really, but now the 100 yen store is full of, like, decorations.
Yeah, for most of October now, isn't it?
And one crazy thing, though, that I've seen, Japan celebrates everything very early. So it's now the beginning. So at the beginning of the October, you will find loads of goods. It's still the end of November. September. Sorry. At the end of September, you'll find a lot of goods. But actually on Halloween or on around Halloween, most of these things will be gone.
Oh,
they
is
will
that right?
already be sold out. I remember I went to Shibuya on Halloween night, and literally on that Halloween night, I saw the store owners pull down the Halloween decoration. Because even though it's Halloween night now, it's kind of over now.
Well, already, exactly.
So,
no one's, apart from the last minute purchases, no one's buying things on Halloween.
It's over now.
And on November 1st, you can't sell any of this stuff anymore, can you?
Nope.
Unless you're getting in with bargain hunters who want to be prepared for next year's Halloween, but those are few and far between.
By that point, they want to have everything sold.
The real good time about Halloween in Japan is, of course, the Shibuya Halloween Parade.
That's the most famous and the most known one. I've taken a couple of YouTube videos there before. I find it so fascinating because Japan can be a very reserved culture, but Shibuya Halloween is not.
Really?
Yeah. Have you ever been? Have you happened to
No,
go
I
for
don't
it?
think I got a feeling maybe one year I kind of stumbled upon it and said, oh, wow, I'm going to get out of here. I think I wanted to go, never practically been able to go. No, is the answer to your question. No, I haven't. Tell us about it.
I was basically on the way back from NHK. I had a shoot at NHK, and I knew it would probably just hit that evening. And just the days before and around Halloween will be crazy. So it doesn't just have to be Halloween night. If it's a weekend or a Friday before, people will already be there. It usually goes for the days around the main season. There's a lot of people who just want to show themselves and want to dress up, gonna get drunk. I had one night, that was 1 year I had that night when I literally walked through it and it was really crowded. You kind of, if it gets crazy, it will be hard to get from A to B. Just to go to the station will be hard. It's that many people. And on another year, which was fairly recently, I happened to have work on the 1st of November.
Oh, dear.
And people were still there. They didn't look so good anymore, and the costume might have been falling off the shoulders, and they might have been sleeping on the floor, but people were still there on the next morning. Some people go through the night.
That's the extension of the party, isn't it?
Definitely.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't schedule a party without scheduling the day after the party. You want to know what's going on then completely. Yeah. But now it's quite the thing, Shibuya Halloween, isn't it? In recent years, they said the convenience stores can't sell alcohol anymore because everyone got too freaking rowdy. Yeah.
It's rare that Japan goes that rowdy, and I think every year I was wondering when are they gonna shut it down. That was like my thing. I'm glad that there's a a place for people to let loose, but because it is not controlled as such, I'm like, when are they going to shut it down?
We haven't really explained what it is yet. What they do in Shibuya is they block off the streets so the cars can't drive there, and it's a Halloween parade on the streets, yeah?
They started to block off the streets?
Did they not? Am I incorrect? Oh, I'm incorrect. I'm sorry. I'm getting myself confused.
That is one of the things. It created itself, I think. People just started to dress up. It wasn't a club that did it or any place that it just people started to dress up on Halloween in Shibuya.
Right?
And then more people came the next year and more people came the next year. And I think that's how it kind of started. But from my experience at this point in time, if you love big crowds and not being able to move, it is amazing. But if you want to go from A to B, don't go there. But apparently this year they're trying to change it and make it more of a commercial thing. So please be here or please go there. Is that correct? I think I heard something like that earlier. Yeah. So this year it's not going to be as free, which again, it takes away a lot of the freedom. But I guess people were being too rowdy.
I mean, yeah. Last year, didn't someone flip over a truck or something?
It's a lot of. I mean,
look, hey, listen, if you like partying, it's fantastic. It really is. It's one of the few chances in Japan people really get to get rowdy and, get rowdy, flip over trucks and what have you. But, yeah, like you say, it got out of hand and property's been damaged and so forth. So,
I think Japan is very quick on shutting things down.
Shut down the fun. No more fun!
Down. Yeah, it's like, this is too unruly. They're really quick on that. That's why literally every year I was like, are they going to cancel it this year? Or is it going to happen? Like,
it's still
time for the people who want to go. Like, I'm not like, oh, I need to be there. But it can be quite wild, which, lots of
Listen, hey, if you're up for a party, that's the place. You'll have a blast at Shibuya Halloween. Get in there. You have the other option as well. They in Kawasaki, Kanagawa, Kawasaki. They have the cosplay parade. Kawasaki. They have the Kawasaki cosplay parade as well, which is another option. It's a less drunk option if you want a cosplay parade. It features floats like they have in in parades on Macy Day and things like that.
That's good.
Yeah, it's a Halloween-oriented cosplay parade in which one I've already forgotten. Kawasaki, Kanagawa. Kawasaki. This is Ladybeard's memory. See that goldfish factor that just went on right there? I'm the person who brought it up. I'm the person who knew about this more than anyone else. I don't even remember what the hell it is.
There is a parade somewhere that starts with a K.
Exactly. That's all I can remember. The K Place Parade. Oh, dear me.
If you like it more spoopy, there is also like a Halloween event generally happening at Disney. So that's the only time you're allowed to dress up actually as Disney characters, especially foreigners usually are not allowed to dress up as Disney characters because people could confuse you with one of the actual characters.
Oh, is that right?
Yes. So only for a certain time around Halloween are people allowed to dress up as princesses and such and go to Disney.
Is that right?
Yes.
I thought that was a huge part of their, at least for the children, part of their marketing campaign. You sell the princess dress at Disneyland and now she walks around dressed as Ariel or whatever.
If it's a small little kid, that's probably okay. But if it's a foreigner that could get mistaken as staff, as the actual princess staff,
I can see how
that's how they probably stopped it. So you can dress up. Obviously, at Disney, at Universal Studios, you can generally dress up anyways. And what you can do is go to maybe Sanrio Puroland.
I was going to say Puroland has a Halloween thingamajig.
Yeah, Puroland is cute. So Hello Kitty World, you can also call it. That's it. You can all dress up. And they have once a year as well. This year is already over, but they have a cosplay night, which means the cosplayers will come, people will come and take pictures of them, and then the normal guests have to leave them. And only the cosplayers can stay and that's when they take out their lights and their tripods and take like pictures. So that's a really cool event as well.
Really? That's interesting.
Yeah.
In the Shibuya Halloween, there was at one point, things got out of control, and then there was a policeman who had to rap public safety announcements.
Nice.
Remember that?
The DJ Police. I would love to see that. I did not know about that.
DJ
Police.
Yeah, telling everyone to calm down.
Calm
but I guess
down,
a
drink
regular,
responsibly.
A regular announcement
drink responsibly.
won't cut through the madness. So you need to bust some sick beats. You cut some rhymes.
Yo.
You need to be like, keep your alcohol consumption minimal and don't flip over a truck or you'll end up all don't know how to freestyle. I'm Ladybeard because I'm a heavy metal singer, not the DJ Police. That was terrible. I just lost every rap battle in history. Lost to every rap battle in history.
I won't
right
even
there.
try. I'm German.
Halloween costumes, cosplay, typical cosplay, popular cosplays.
Okay, guys, maybe think of what is cosplay or costume-wise popular in your country. Generally, is like sexy cats or stuff like that. We're gonna now slay you with the top 10 Shibuya Halloween cosplay dresses for women. Number 1, police.
Not a rapping policeman, just a regular one.
Just police. That's number 1. There's no sexy cats. It's police.
But the Japanese walk around looking like sexy cats on every day.
I guess so.
And you know what I'm saying?
Oh my.
And then also, so they're sexy, fun police costumes, aren't they?
They are.
You know, so it's not the actual police officers of Japan present in a rather stuffy, uptight, rather way, don't they?
I guess they don't have cops and robbers party nights out, so I guess they're wearing it for Halloween.
Exactly. That's how when you got to do it. Number 2.
Police. Number 2. Bunny suit. I'm not kidding you. It's the bunnies.
They love the bunnies.
Yeah, but not all of them are the kind of high leg bunny suits. I'm sorry to disappoint, but bunny suit is definitely in there.
Highlight bunny suit?
High leg, you know, the ones that show your
Oh,
leg.
I see.
The
What other options are there?
There's like little,
Like a
with little
onesie, like an
skirts.
Easter bunny type.
Oh yeah, with little skirts or like shorts or something.
Oh,
Not
okay.
all of them have showing
still
the
good.
legs as much, but yeah, it's not bad.
That's still good.
Number 3.
Number 3.
Just a pretty dress, some
This
sort
one,
of dress.
This one confuses me. Just
Maybe
a dress.
with like maybe splattered with blood or just something random that could be some sort of costume, but you're not quite sure.
Okay. That
Yes,
sounds to me
guys.
like, oh, it's Halloween. I'll wear a shirt. You know?
Well, random shirt.
Yeah, right.
Number 4, military camo.
This is good. Military
Seen
camo.
a lot of those girls. Yep.
Yeah, that's yeah. No, I think it's good. It's good. Again, if you're actually in the military, you're probably not partying on Halloween. You're probably taking life extremely seriously.
Oh, I don't know. I've known people from the military, so
Really?
depending on if it's their shift or not.
Well, if it's
They
not
know how
their
to
shift,
party.
then who knows, you know? If they're up in
Number-
Tokyo from a weekend off from Okinawa, then anything could be happening.
Exactly. Exactly.
Ah.
Number 5. That's the one I think is the most sus. Lolita fashion or Lolita K, Lolita style. And I'm like, I'm sussing this out because this is probably some kind of frilly dresses that have been bought on some kind of pages for like 15 quid. And it's probably not proper Lolita fashion because you would not try and wear that to Shibuya Halloween where you probably get beer spilled all over it. I'm sussing that out. I'm sorry. In this list, it says Lolita fashion. I'm sussing that out. I think it's going to be Lolita something frilly-ish.
You just got on your soapbox for a minute,
I
didn't you?
did. I stood on my soapbox.
Go again. Go some more soapbox, Cathy Cat. Go on.
Proper Lolita fashion is very expensive. For example, what I'm wearing, that is expensive. You wouldn't bring something that has been $100, $200, or $300 to like a party where you know it can get ripped or dirty or beer spilled on it and stuff like that. I think it's probably more the Lolita K that is like a little bit shorter skirts with loads of frills and then maybe a little bit of a headpiece and maybe showing off the shoulders or something like that. So it's more like the Lolita style that you know from maybe anime, which is not as covering as much because again, a lot of people use Halloween to show as much skin as possible.
Nothing wrong with showing a bit of skin on Halloween.
No, we don't. I'm
It's
not
good
complaining.
fun.
I'm not complaining, but it's not Lolita fashion. Just saying.
Cathy Cat's on that soapbox. Number 6.
Soapbox.
Is that we're up to 6? Well,
Yes.
Number 6.
Number 6, the simple and easiest one. You walk into the 100 yen stop and you come out with a animal little headpiece.
Yes, it's very straightforward. Anyone can cosplay that.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah,
literally the easiest thing
Except
you can
those
just
with
get.
no head.
No effort costume.
That's good. Everyone needs to just, you know, it's not a costume. It's just, hey, sparking up your day a bit, isn't it? Hey, wearing my devil horns. Number 7.
Number 7 is one of those Chinese style dresses. You know,
Oh,
the
yeah,
ones
the
that are very
cheongsam.
tight
Yep.
fitting and they're beautiful.
Oh, very
so
nice, yeah.
People
lovely.
are getting those ones. They fit really nicely with that little cut here on the side.
Oh,
of
slit
them.
on the side?
Oh, those ones are good. So
Mm-hmm.
yep, I can appreciate that. Number 8, witch.
Yeah, which, nice and...
Witch is late on that list, surprisingly. I thought witch would be more in the front, but hey, we got the police right at the top. No. Number 9 is the little devil.
Little devil.
The
The
devil.
sneaky little Satan's helper. That little running around, getting
devil.
up to no good little devil. That's 50% of the devil. 333.
I would love to like just clip little horns on you, red horns. That would be perfect with your outfit today.
Go on, do we have a headband or something with some devil horns there?
That would be perfect today, right?
Should have brought one of those.
Little clip on. So that's the devil. And number 10. some type of kigurumi.
What?
Kigurumi are those like onesies that you can kind of wear. You can wear like bear or giraffe or monkey or...
That's what I thought you were talking about before when you said bunny. I thought you were talking about one of those like Easter bunny
big,
type
fluffy
onesies.
ones. Yeah. I mean, those ones are the most, warmest probably solution for
that's
those
correct,
kigurumi kind of
For a
types. Things
onesie.
that you can kind of like just put on. It can be like some kind of hat, but generally it's like these onesie suits that are, like hamster, cats. Anything goes, really. And you can buy them at Don
Sully
Quixote.
from Monsters, Inc. You get your Sully onesie on.
Yeah, something like that. People have like loads of those. And there seems to be also like a lot of like quick costumes that like kind of either Disney or some kind of franchise related ones that you can just buy in like in stores around that time like crazy too.
Are you anti-onesie?
No, I have loads. I love
You got
those.
lots of onesies?
I have those.
Really?
They're my survival strategy in winter.
Wait, your survival strategy, not buy a bunch
In
of canned
winter.
food, not get like a power generator like those prepper people. No, just buy some onesies. That's
Yes.
prepping with Cathy Cat. Which onesie is going to keep you safe during the zombie apocalypse? That's really the question to be answered.
It's more winter survival, to be honest. When I was in the UK, I didn't have much money for heating.
Okay.
So I layered up, and on top of that, generally put like of warm clothes. On top of that, you generally put a onesie because they're like nice felty material, nice and warm, and they look cute. So that was my survival strategy there, and it still kind of is. So onesies are. I have currently the proudest onesie in my possession is a Neon Genesis Evangelion Eva Unit 01.
Oh, that's cool. Oh,
As a onesie, I think they're coming up with really cool onesies right now.
really? Oh, good. Hey, those of you who are onesie fans should get involved in Shibuya Halloween.
Yeah.
Number 10 on the list for the ladies. Let's go to the men. Tell us
right,
about
you
the
wanna-
popular costume for the men.
Do you want to read the men?
I don't know if I'm going to be good enough at the Japanese reading. This was all written in Japanese. I'm going to be really slow. Therefore, I don't want to embarrass myself, so let's have you do it.
You react to it. Now, we had the ladies, which started off with police, right? Mm-hmm. So, we're starting off here with the men. Big and yellow and unbelievably popular in Japan are the...
Bananas.
Not quite.
What are you talking about?
The minions.
The Minions, of course.
the
Yes.
Minions.
Yes. What's Stuart, Bob, and who's the other one? Kevin. Stuart, Bob, Kevin, Stuart, and Bob. The Minions. You like the Minions? You pro Minion? You look like you are a Minion hater. What's this face all about? You hate the Minions? Despicable Me? You really despise them? You really got a problem with Gru.
They are cute, but everyone is doing them all the bloody time.
Because they're hilarious. One of the girls in my group loves Minions. That's what she says in her Jiko Shokai. I like Minions.
I like Minions, yeah. I don't understand. Like, first I was like, oh, this is fun. And now it's been a couple of years, and I'm like, why still?
It's a franchise, Cathy Cat.
I know.
It's a franchise, like Transformers.
I know. I'm just going to smile towards the camera and say they're cute.
You hate? Well, I love Minions. You don't find the Minions hilarious? Despicable Me too? You didn't see that movie? They're all they're
probably
so
didn't even see
hilarious.
that.
You know what's that? When they all turn purple and hairy, you know what's so funny?
No, I probably should watch it. Maybe I should watch the movies and then I will
You
start loving
are
them.
judging
For
you
now,
are
they're
judging a
just
set of
yellow
characters
things.
based upon their social representation in the form of Halloween costume as opposed to the actual property with which they were originally presented to the world.
Maybe it's literally just because I really don't like yellow dresses.
Why not?
I don't know.
You're
Just,
colorist.
like,
You are
not,
colorist, Cathy Cat.
not on other people. On me, yellow looks awful. So maybe that's why.
I won't go that far. I haven't seen you in yellow. I'm sure you
That's
look
why I
lovely
don't wear
at all
it,
times. You
because
look
it looks
lovely at all
terrible.
times.
No.
You're a beautiful woman.
Thank you. All right, number 1 are the Minions. Number 2, SWAT soldiers.
Yes, SWAT team. Mm-hmm.
Okay, now with the SWAT soldiers, there's a bit of a story.
Oh.
In Japan, if you go to the gym a lot and you work out and you have a good body, you don't really have a chance to show it.
No, not that often. I guess you could take a beach selfie in summertime, but apart from that,
So those guys who work out and they're like, I put all the effort, they can't show it. So generally, these SWAT soldiers are topless. SWAT soldiers. Also, these minions sometimes tend to be somehow topless minions. Seen
Topless
that also
minions?
too. Yeah, that seems just wanting to show off the stomachs, I guess.
Listen, if you've got the six-pack, you got to take it out.
Exactly. That's
Why
what
else would you
happens
have
around
one?
Halloween. I mean, luckily in Japan, it's not as terribly cold as it is in other countries in
Yeah.
October. So they're there. Next one is
Do the Mario swing your hips from side to side, come on. It's time to go do the Mario. Take one step and then again, come on. It's time to go do the Mario. It's Mario.
That is the one I approve of the most because it's just like so Japan specific.
Yeah, it is.
I'm so happy
That's
that
what
that is
Abe-san
in the
dressed
top
up as
3.
when he presented Japan as having the Olympics in London.
Yes,
Yeah.
I think that is a beautiful one.
The Japaniest thing possible. Yeah.
Now, number 4, those are the clever boys.
Sorry, just quickly.
Yes.
But Mario himself is not Japanese. He's an Italian
It's
plumber.
Italian, but it's a very Japanese character.
What a
so-
dynamic. Isn't that interesting? Is it a fat
Plumber.
Italian plumber who's fat despite only eating mushrooms and toadstools, and yet he represents the nation of Japan, where everyone's really quite skinny.
Well, people are proud of Nintendo.
Yeah, well,
I'm a
like,
Nintendo
Nintendo
girl
definitely
myself,
did
so
well,
I'm
that
like
can't be
just
denied.
happy.
Right. Number 5.
No, I'm still so confused so that the minions are winning against Mario. But anyways, number 4 are the cleverest guys.
Oh, really?
You know why they're clever?
Tell me why.
What was number 1 of the girls?
Policeman.
Yeah, police
Police person.
Oh, police ladies. Yeah, or police persons, I guess. It was the ladies. All the ladies dress them up as sexy police persons. So number 4 are the clever boys because they are coming as prisoners.
Yeah, you can't get arrested without an attractive female police officer to take you downtown, can you?
They kind of, they're like, oh, that's when you have a good chance to chat up one of the police ladies saying, hey, we in a picture, pretend to arrest me, and then you already have a chance to chat.
I guess that's for those who don't have a six-pack, because if you have the six-pack, you're doing the SWAT, in which case, again, you've got an excuse to talk to the police girls, right?
Good,
Because you're like, same team, but then
yeah.
if you're if you've been a little bit lazy, you hit the cake a bit too hard through the month of September, then you can put on your prisoner garb and you still got an in with the cutie police ladies and number 1 into cosplay.
I think those are the clever ones. Number 5 is literally the same option as going into the 100-yen store. Not coming out with a animal earpiece, but coming out with a random mask.
Nothing wrong with that, random mask.
Yeah, random mask. Yeah. See, not so creative on the creative scale. I keep it a little. I think it's a bit low. Number 6. We finally have something that overlaps. We have the police again.
Policeman this time.
Yes.
Policeman.
So yeah.
We already talked about that one.
Again, yeah, I guess they're
for several
police,
forms, frankly. Yeah.
I think everyone is just aiming for the 9.51% of police ladies who are dressed up. It's literally 9.51% apparently to the statistics that I have here.
What, 9.51?
9.51% of all the girls dressed up at Shibuya Halloween are dressed as police ladies.
That leaves 91% to not be that, though.
Yeah, well, after that, it's like it goes down. Like bunny suit is 8.05, and the general dress is 6.34. So the vast majority is 9.51%. Everyone with the police guides.
Oh, I guess you are making it easy to hit on anybody you like. Then, fair enough.
It seems like the men have done their research on this.
Well,
Seems like they have.
Look, listen.
It sounds like they have.
Listen. That was number 7.
Number 7 is where is Wally?
Where isn't Wally? On Halloween, he's bloody everywhere.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
Can't go outside. We're seeing Wally everywhere. You Americans who you call Waldo from the Where's Waldo books.
Oh, in German it's Wo ist Walter?
Walter is Walter in Germany.
Yes, it's Walter.
In Australia, he's Wally.
No,
Where's
right.
Wally?
Walter!
What's that chick who's with him? What's her name? I
have no idea.
I can't remember. What's the chick in Wally?
Walter!
We'll just call the chick Walter as well.
Walter!
Walter. Yes. What's number 8?
Number 8, we have, that's another one I approve of, Dragon Ball.
That's good, isn't it? Lots of Gokus running around.
And again, they can show off the six-pack if they have
Yes,
one.
you can. You can. Yeah. Look, hey, listen.
Kamehameha,
I say more showing off of the six-pack. I say take that thing out. Put it out there, baby. Hey, even if you only have a 4-pack, take it out. Maybe a 1-pack. Maybe just, you don't have a pack at all. Maybe you got a keg. Maybe you don't even go to the gym. Just take your shirt off generally, is what I reckon.
That's Ladybeard advice to you for Halloween.
Take off your shirt in October. I'm gonna start a month.
No shirt October.
Yeah, it'd be a charity-oriented month. No shirt October.
No shirt October.
Yeah, it'd be just like a Movember when you grow your moustache in November. It'd be no shirt October.
No shirt October.
Yeah, except the Americans already took the October with the moustache.
Can we start with that now?
No shirt October. Go on.
Oh, what, ladies too?
Holy
moly,
can I get things just gone crazy?
Take it back.
What's number one?
All right.
8.
No.
8 or 9.
Number 9. And now we have another overlap. Military.
Military, shirtless military is good. Frogman.
Military again. So we had the SWAT soldiers at number 2 and military later. With the girls, number 4 was military. So this is kind of overlapping a little bit.
And finally, number 10.
At number 10, very simple. If you want to go to girls' necks, it's the Dracula.
What if you want to go girls' necks?
Necks.
Oh, necks. Okay.
The neck.
I see.
You know.
Oh, someone.
Make for some pictures. People are probably thinking a lot about the pictures here. Lots of picture taking.
Yeah.
Lots of drinking.
It's my experience that in this generation, a social occasion is mainly about your social media and what content can be generated for your social media. People dress up for the sake of the photos and whatnot, as opposed to, well, hey, we're having a great time at a crazy party, blah, you know?
I don't know. Like, it seems with Shibuya Halloween, there is a lot of just general picture taken, having masses and masses of pictures of you looking cute or sexy or topless. So, yeah. But there's also people who actually are dressed. Just mentioning that.
And what's interesting as well, those are a lot of the standard issue cosplayers, and of course Japanese people love conforming. So if everyone else is doing it, it's important you do the same thing. But there are some people who've come up with very creative and interesting Halloween costumes recently.
Before you go for that, another favorite of mine though for the guys, unfortunately it didn't make it into the top 10, is number 12, is Pikachu. That's the yellow I can get behind.
So you're colorist in all contexts except Pikachu.
No, I don't want to be called colorist.
You're colorist.
I'm just not so much into the minions.
You're colorist.
Pikachu.
Do you like lemon meringue pie?
I've never had one, I think.
It's delicious and it's yellow.
If it's food, I'm totally fine. I'm not big on the minions. People are going to hate me now because I don't like the minions. I'm sorry.
What about the school kid's hat? The school kids wear their little yellow hat to school. Are you anti-school child as well?
I'm just talking about the minions. I just don't
You're
like the minions.
You're anti-school child. You're anti the middle traffic light.
Can we change the subject?
Oh, well, let's move on to more creative Halloween costumes.
Sorry.
Some people come up with very interesting
roasted.
and original and creative Halloween costumes in recent times, including going as a regular person to Halloween.
Yeah, I think they call it like Shio Aji Halloween, like salt taste Halloween, in translated, but like a simple, very kind of dry taste Halloween. I'd say dry Halloween is probably a good translation of that.
It's like what our Halloween is, just dress as a normal person.
Exactly. If we suddenly started dressing as a normal person, that's probably the dry type of Halloween. There are certain parties that literally say you have to come with looking like a normal person is your costume.
I went to a friend of mine, his birthday once. It was a fugly jumper party.
I love those.
And I didn't have a fugly jumper.
Oh.
And so I wore a Hawaiian shirt. And his wife got very upset with me.
Oh no. You're not ugly enough.
I want fugly enough.
Oh,
it's not fugly jumper, it's a Hawaiian shirt. Don't believe me, it was fugly. Just wanted a jumper. She was very upset with me.
Oh no.
She took the fugly jumper off the letterbox, which was designed to show everyone where the fugly jumper party was, and maybe wear that fugly jumper.
Oh, well then you had one.
It was
in the end.
wet.
Oh.
Maybe we're wet. Thanks, Catherine.
Wasn't me. Just saying. Wasn't me. So for the dry Halloween, we have people, for example, a store clerk waiting for the customer to type in the PIN code. So it's like a guy. Can we put that picture in the edit for YouTube? Is that possible? Are we getting?
Yeah, somehow it's possible.
Yeah, it's totally gonna be possible. They kind of like literally dress like normal people most of the time. One of my favorites was a guy who had like this huge. It's like some kind of. I think it's called fugashi. They have that in Kawagoe. It's like one of the local specialities.
Okay.
And the subtitle was like a guy who bought one of those huge souvenirs, and when they touched down in Kawagoe way too early, and then he has to carry it all day around with him. It's just like it's a comedy in itself. It's so dry humor.
some people started cosplaying as a person who needs to be photoshopped out of a photo.
Oh, just randomly in the background. How do you even explain that to people, though? I think you need to kind of explain your costume because it's so dry.
I think you need to be in the costume. You need to have 2 photos with you, the before and after photo of the Photoshop, to explain exactly what's going on.
Yeah.
That's like going to a party dressed as a dog and saying, I'm a dog that identifies as a cat, but today wanted to dress up especially as a dog.
Yeah, something like that. Like, you need to kind of explain your costume, which generally is kind of uncool. But in this situation, it kind of works because everyone is doing it, right?
Kind of uncool. If a costume needs explaining...
It's like a joke explanation.
If a costume is prefaced with, what are you supposed to be? If the word supposed to gets thrown in there, that's 2 words.
Yeah.
Then things are going badly.
I mean, one of my favorites was, there was this commercial on the trains in Tokyo, you couldn't escape it for 1 year, which was this woman who was like putting some kind of allergy stuff up her nose, and it came out of her other nostril. So in one nostril is the medicine that she was advertising, and out the other nostril some kind of green liquid comes out. And I was constantly wondering who volunteered to get that job. Now people were actually getting some string, getting that medicine, and we're just walking around like this, pretending to be that girl in the advertisement.
Power to her, I say. I say it's an excellent costume. Good on her.
My
favorite Halloween costume that I've seen in Japan is the Navi Time Man.
Oh.
Navi Time? Hi, Navi Time! I love the Navi Time Man.
Is that a foreigner?
Yeah, he is a foreigner. The Navi Time is a Japanese app, which is like one of those location apps where it's Google Maps but better. Yeah, where you navigate around the place. And there's a man who advertises it wearing like a racing car driver's costume. He's an old white man with a moustache. He goes, "Hi, Navi Time." Anyway, that's my favorite Halloween costume that I see. The Navi Time man.
That's a good one. Navi Time.
Navi Time.
Navi Time.
This sounds like we're doing an endorsement now. We're not endorsed by Navi Time.
Not sponsored.
Hey,
at
but
all
Navi Time,
whatsoever.
feel free to reach out.
What would you cosplay, or what are you planning to cosplay as for Halloween?
Man in suit.
Really?
Normal human being.
Normal human being?
Yeah, human that isn't Ladybeard.
Whoa. That's your dry Halloween costume. What's your flashy Halloween costume?
It's also my flashy Halloween costume. It's the same thing.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
I look very nice in a suit.
Okay. Oh, I don't doubt it.
Well, thank you.
I'm looking forward to seeing the pictures on Instagram.
Thank you very much.
Is it going to be on Instagram?
I don't know. I'm making this up right now.
All right, cool.
What's yours plans for Halloween?
Plans for Halloween. I must be honest, Halloween, I try to dress up every day. So I kind of already ordered a vampire costume. I ordered a goth girl costume. And I have a lot of anime costumes. I'm looking forward to going for some cute anime cosplays. And then also doing some kind of gothic-y, darker outfits.
You are dedicated to the cause, young lady.
I love this season. It's so fun. It's like, they're doing my favorite things. I'm sorry the rant is happening now, but they're doing pumpkin spice latte, and they're doing pumpkin pie, and it's spoopy decorations, and it's pumpkins, and it's like everyone dressing up, and I love this season so much.
Wow. Well, I didn't realize you were so passionate about October.
It's so fun. I love dressing up, and since it's a season where you can really celebrate that, I'm stretching it a lot as well. So I usually go and I call it the Nightmare Before Christmas season. So all the way to Christmas, it's pretty much Nightmare Before Christmas.
Do you do any specials or anything for any of your subscribers who have birthdays in October?
Not for the birthdays, but generally what I'm doing is I really bad with horror. I'm super
bad
scared.
with horror.
I'm so bad with horror.
Okay.
So I generally, during that time, I will actually play horror games on Twitch.
Oh, dear me.
And I am most jumpiest person because I'm so bad with horror. Like, literally things that will not scare you at all will scare me.
Oh, they'll scare
so
me.
that's
I'm a
fun
wuss
thing.
as well. Which ones are you playing? What are you going to play for your horror?
Project Zero.
I don't know what that is.
It's you literally don't get a weapon. You get put into this scary mountain. It's all based on Japanese horror stories. So you get on this mountain that is cursed. There's a lot of water, which also said to bring like the dead spirits closer. And you're walking around this mountain trying to find people generally, and it's absolutely terrifying. That's number one. And number two, there's a game that came out recently which is called Ghostwire Tokyo. And it has a lot of yokai in it. And I'm excited to play that too. And like I said, I'm absolutely freaked out. I hate it so much, but I love it at the same time. It's Halloween. It's the season for these kind of things.
I like December, Christmas, merriment, goodwill toward men. That's what I'm about.
But today it's October. I think we're getting a little bit long now. So let's wrap this episode up of Cat with Beard. Halloween, awesome, best season ever.
I hope you enjoy your Halloween and send us some photos of your Halloween on the social medias and tell us your plans.
Twitch, yes, please, guys, if you have something and you want to show us your Halloween costume, please go to our Twitch, Cat with Beard, and then tag us or something. So
Twitch? We have a Twitch? Aren't we on Twitter?
Twitter. Go to our Twitter.
Same thing.
Yeah, Go to our Twitter and let us know. So we have a Twitter, we have an official YouTube channel. In case you haven't seen it yet, guys, you can see our beautiful faces. We made ourselves look pretty for you today. You need to see my Halloween outfit, guys.
And the
so come on over
band-aid
for
on
that.
my elbow as well. It's important.
Exactly. Ladybeard, where else can we find you?
Ladybeard _Japan on the internet, and my group Babybeard _Japan on the internet. Cathy Cat?
Yes, and Cathy Cat _TV on Twitch. Come on over, play some horror games, and watch me freak and scare and cry in excitement over on Twitch, and also Cathy Cat _2B on Instagram for all those pictures, and I'll probably also post some from my patrons later, but it's gonna be a wonderful, wonderful season. I'm so excited. And yeah, that's it. So I'll see you for another spoopy episode of
Cat with Beard! I enjoy working in the office.